Co? Nie.
What are the high and low blood pressure receptors? Yes. So we have the a lot of what is the receptor? Maybe let's start from it. The receptor is something that has an ability to respond to a stimuli. So what is a stimuli? It can be anything. It can be some presence of the chemical. It can be presence of the light, color of the light, wavelength of the light. But it also can be a pressure. Yes. So we have, in case of the baroreceptors, we have two types of baroreceptors. Those that are responding to the high pressure and those that are responding to the low blood pressure. These are located in various places of the body. However, let's start from the high pressure baroreceptors. So they are, for example, in the carotid sinus, aortic arch. Also very important receptors are in the kidneys. Those receptors generally are responding to the blood pressure. And how they are responding? They are responding by passing the information into the brain, for example, that the blood pressure changed. So what then can be done by the organism in order to regulate this blood pressure changes? It can regulate the tonus of the vessels, yes, through the sympathetic nervous system, for example, and the heart rate, also, for example, through the sympathetic nervous system. So, in case that the blood pressure drops, for example, the organism will increase the speed with which heart beats and will constrict the blood vessels in order to get back to homeostasis, in order to get back to the balance. We also have some low pressure regions, low pressure baroreceptors, for example in the atria, which has generally a similar role. However, they also can feel when we have too much volume of the blood. Yes, for example, if the atria, if the particularly left atria feels that there is a lot of blood, it can also send the information to the kidneys in order through the ANP generally to increase the amount of urine that needs to be produced, to increase the amount of water that would get out from our organism through the kidneys. So this is a way to regulate it. Yes, we have too much water in the organism, we have too much blood. The receptors in the atria would send information by production, by getting the increased levels of ANP. ANP is then a hormone that acts on, for example, on the kidneys. Kidneys would increase production of the urine, so more water would get out of the organism and the blood pressure would drop. Yes, so we are controlling both for the low and too high and too low blood pressure. However, we have far more mechanisms to fight too small blood pressure. Yes, although you may think that you hear far more problems with hypertension and hypotension. Yes, so why does the organism has in the opposite way? The answer is that, evolutionarily speaking, the hypotension is connected with far more dangerous situations, like the hemorrhage, like the dehydration. The hypertension epidemic is rather the disease connected with civilization, and our evolution just did not have enough time to deal with it. Okay, thank you very much.